Honest answers only. Why are you single? I booted my roommate in November. He was trashing my house. My girlfriend asked, "What are you going to do now that you live alone?" I reply, "Enjoy being alone," she says. "Maybe you should just be alone then." I said, "Okay," and she left. I'm enjoying being alone. Never really lived alone or been single, much less at the same time. So much freedom. So little compromise. I'm sure I'll get bored or lonely eventually, but for right now I'm basking in it. I don't know if she expected me to ask her to move in or what, but I'm just working on a divorce and not ready for that for sure. It's really hard trying to find a genuine decent guy. The ones that do want to know just want to hook up. I'm past all that, been there done it. Now I need to step up and be a role model for my baby girl. My parents had to stay together for the kids' marriage and fought constantly. They also talked shit to me about each other constantly. More so my mum. She constantly belittled and openly lamented marrying my dad. My dad only ever complained about her spending. I'm terrified of finding a relationship like they had. In the end, my mum packed up and left the dame. My youngest sister left for college after 30 years. She never worked outside the home, but now he gets to pay her spousal support and will never retire. I push good potential partners away because I don't see a clear and rational future between us. The thing is that it has to make sense for me to get into a relationship, and I have to see a future with them. I also get backed into a corner very easily, and my first instinct is to escape and run far away. I'm also too hurt now by the fact that no matter how much I like them, and they like me back, there's something in me that always pokes at me and tells me they're not right for you. Honestly, I hate all of it. You women have given me a chance. Rejection stings, but I have a lot to offer, and am certain it's through no fault of mine. I'm a unique and deeply complex man, and that's not going to speak to the tastes of the majority. The sad part is that I'll have to wait for women my age to grow up to the point where they start valuing those attributes. To other men in my situation, rest if you need to, but understand that all of your struggles will pay off in your 30s. When the deck is now in your favor. I can tell you why I was single. It was because I kept on choosing the people that didn't want me, and I loved the chase of pursuing because I didn't have a healthy way of understanding what was a green flag in looking for in people. Now I'm married, but I was single because I chose people who didn't want me. Don't make this mistake. A green flag is a person who loves you unconditionally for who you are without wanting to change you, as well as you getting to know each other each and every day. All I've seen and heard of is the downsides of being with someone from everyone I know. The fact that modern-day marriages mostly end in divorce due to many things like cheating. The fact I was raised fine and well by a single mother. Got rejected by the only person I had any interest in risking it. And have yet to meet someone else who is interesting enough. Honestly, it feels like a losing game no matter what you do or not do. So I'm better off not playing at all. When I was 21, I realized I needed to work on myself before I even considering inflicting myself on another person. Over time, the more I worked on myself, the less desperate I became to find a partner. I haven't even asked someone out in the last 10 years at this point. I'm just not looking. I enjoy the life I built. The peace I have achieved within myself. I'm not really a fan of the idea of inviting just anyone to come into my life and pass judgment on it. I'm not ready for marriage, as I'm still trying to fix up some personal issues, and I am not in the most financially stable position. I'm slowly getting there though. I've been trying to invest in my relationships with family and friends, and gradually better directing my focus on my long procrastinated goals. It's getting there. Inshallah. You may ask why I responded with marriage. Well, I'm a Muslim and conventional dating for us is prohibited. I have significant anger control issues, and living with my mother is basically how I avoid going to prison. I also often become obsessed with women to whom I'm attracted, which itself is extremely rare, and this causes obvious problems. Living with your mum at 41, having the proclivity of threatening to murder people's children during bouts of road rage, and being a misanthrope is a significant barrier to long-term relationships. I traded my youth and 20s for a master's degree and a really good job so I could afford to be a good partner. My only experiences dating were with people who constantly demeaned me and tried to shame me for my hobbies and take them away. I do not want to risk my freedom and peace now for someone who could potentially ruin it. I would like to have been a parent, but not with the wrong partner, and also it's too damn expensive. Too many video games to complete first. Second is I really don't care to date at all. I did once and said never again. The only way I'll date again if I meet a girl online, so we at least have something in common. Otherwise I'm fine with imaginary women in the games I play. Third is my parents' divorce. Fourth is I enjoy my freedom to be invaded by nagging and overthinking. Fifth is I do not want biological children. I'm too embarrassed and ashamed about my personal life situation. It's a long story to be out there actively seeking a mate or a relationship. I would love to have one, of course. But I'm a very complicated person living a very complicated and not very marketable lifestyle at the moment. So I choose not to join the game. But at least I have my dog, a few solid friends and acquaintances, and good health. I'm very comfortable in my own skin, and also successful, and know what I want to do with my life. Trying to find someone who is confident in who they are, takes their career health seriously, and is physically attractive to me, connects with me on an emotional level, is very challenging. I don't find it worth it anymore to get into a relationship with someone who doesn't check these boxes for me. I'm wary of getting close to others emotionally because when I was in school, I had many fake friends betraying me or insulting me behind my back. If I connect with someone, I instinctively wall myself off from that person out of fear of them betraying me or coming to dislike me. This is also why I've pretty much no close friends with whom I regularly talk to. Relationships seem like a lot of work mostly, and I'm lazy or complacent. And I've noticed a pattern where if I spend a lot of time with a person, I grow to not be able to stand them, largely tied to my having misophonia, but I may also be just an asshole. When I notice patterns in action, behavior, speech, they inevitably become unbearable, and I don't know why. In 24, I work remotely from home. I am a religious person, so I have never drank alcohol, smoked, went to clubs, had SE, etc. My life passes between my home, my garden, the gym, the beach and cafes. And as you know, these places are not places where you can make a girlfriend. Also, it's not like me to write to girls I haven't met in real life on social media. Caught in a causality loop. Don't go many places besides work and home cause I don't have anyone to go with. Don't have anyone to go with cause I don't go many places besides work and home. Been trying to usual free apps, Tinder, Bumble, etc. since I moved to a new city. Pretty much zero luck even getting matches, let alone interesting conversations or a date. Don't have my own place. To get my own place requires a friend or girlfriend to afford it. All friends have places or married and don't want to make changes because good places are hard to find. Don't make enough to live alone. Catch 22. Also, I don't know where to meet single woman. My city isn't super big. I pretty much work, do homework and sleep, because I always fall for the wrong man who ends up being a pathological liar, cheater, or just a generally crappy person. In the beginning they're the best thing since sliced bread, and then they show their true colors. But I hang around hoping the person I fell in love with comes back. I'm really great at picking the ones that fit in that description. I see no benefit in financial, emotional, or spiritual entanglement in the West. Most of my married friends don't even have sex with their spouses. I eat what I desire to. I save whatever I wish to. I'm bereft of domestic violence calls, in-laws and child support. I'm beyond content. I am happy. A wife is most likely to alter this state negatively. I don't see myself in a relationship now. I like hookups, and I really don't feel like having to explain myself to anyone or changing my way of life for anyone. But I have some situationships with two girls that basically cover that craving for affection and also have my friends. Really don't see how a relationship would make my life any better now. Currently taken. But I was single for a long time because I'm trying to find someone who stays for a lifetime. My standards might be high but ... I don't need anything expensive, just a boy who is loyal, respectful and understands me and doesn't push me to do anything I 100 don't wanna do. Also, I'm bad at communicating, so ... give me time. I'm autistic, self-isolating and scared of social interactions with strangers. Even writing comments on Reddit is scary and anxiety-inducing. So unsurprisingly, I have been single for all of my 30 years, since strangely enough it appears that in order to meet somebody you actually have to talk to strangers, be it in person, online, through apps. Reading a lot of people comments here, and I will never understand how after one relationship they can't form a second one because they had a deep bond. You can form the same bond with someone else the same way. Hell, even better than before. You are hurting yourself believing no one else can make you happy than the first. That's bullshit.